This video is dedicated to me being a complete muppet that makes a lot of mistakes and is doing things while he's on the phone and wants to move that crate so he can get his cheek pad and forgets he's throwing 2 grids. Life's like that. Well, hello there, humans, hippies, earthlings, whoever you are, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, and if you're lucky enough indeed to be doing it too, welcome to the Akm Deep Dive, and this is a completely, absolute, comprehensive look at the AKM, what makes it tick, what you should be running with it, why it works so well, and yeah, I'm also going to have a chat at the end about the spreadsheet. I made a huge mistake in my damage spreadsheet. If you want a damage spreadsheet with all the numbers, all the damage for all the guns, the rate of fire, the time to kill, it's on my Discord server, which is in the description below. I'll link to that. But suffice to say that this gun is an absolute monster, and I never really loved it because I don't like the gun handling particularly, and you can see how it goes absolutely crazy. Then I'm going to show you some spray patterns and explain to you something very, very important about this gun in just a second. Now, the thing the AKM does very, very well is close quarters combat. It's incredibly inaccurate the further away you go, and there's some secrets to that. I'm going to let you know about those, but what it does very well is it front loads its damage. Say every round in every gun is fired once. That's a 0 seconds rate of fire. Like you press the button, a round instantly goes out the end of the gun. And so the first 2 rounds of an AKM have a very, very high potential to kill a target if one is a chest shot and one is a headshot. Even on a level 2 helmet and a level 2 vest, that will get you 94 out of a possible 100 damage. And if you're talking about anything other, like a level 1 helmet, level 1 vest, they're dead. Level 1 helmet, level 2 vest, they're dead. And because of this, the AKM does exceptionally well in the early game and in situations like this, where it's not about a sustained damage over time. It's about brute force. And a M416, every 5.56 AR, in fact, will give you 56 damage into a level 2 helmet. The real key is that the AKM has that knockdown ability that the 5.56 ARs don't have. It's also incredibly important that you run it with the right loadout, i.e. a compensator and a red dot. Its recoil is legitimately difficult to handle and legitimately wild if you hold the trigger down for too long. And I'm going to show you some spray patterns in just a second that will indicate just how brutal the AKM is if used incorrectly. Now, I did a lot of work today, and I'm going to talk a little bit at the end, so stick around as to the numbers, but the AKM has a faster time to kill than any of the 5.56 ARs. It's 0.297 versus 0.38. If those numbers sound new, it's because they are, and you should go check the spreadsheet for a whole heap of updated time to kill numbers for PUBG Mobile specifically. Now, I want to show you 2 spray patterns here for the AKM. One is with a compensator. You can see that on the left, and the other was without a compensator. We'll cue that one up on the right. The important thing to look at here is the bottom of the spray patterns. The top on the AKM is just wild. It goes all over the place. But the reason you want to run this with a compensator and a red dot is because you want to be firing in bursts. Let me break this down for you. If we go for a close-up, on the right-hand side without a compensator, you can see the divergence in the spray pattern. It's absolutely massive. On the left-hand side with the compensator, up to about halfway through the clip, you can kind of keep the eye on the prize with the AKM. The first 5 or 6 bullets, in fact, are really, really valuable. And because it has such front-loaded damage, if you start with a headshot and an AKM, and we've all been in this situation where you're playing against someone with an AKM, you come around a corner, you've drilled them a bunch of times, and you just fall over. You just go straight down into the ground. That's because the gun has that 66 damage into a level 2 helmet. That's just a massive amount of damage to go into a level 2 helmet. And if you're in a no helmet situation, then early game, the AKM will brute force people to bits. It's absolutely monstrous what it does to people who aren't wearing good body armor. But the fortunate thing for you, if you're fighting someone that is using an AKM, is that at range, it is a terrible weapon. And that's because if you have to go and spray the gun, it does not respond very well at all to putting the foot down, letting the letting the pedal just reach the ground. If you get halfway up that spray chart, you can see that it will absolutely go all over the place like a mad human's poop. It's just a disgrace. So what I found was playing it, I had to really adjust my play style, and it's been really good. One of the big things that I've been talking about of late is running guns that have a lovely time to kill and are very, very good at dumping lots and lots of damage very, very fast, because it helps with desync. Well, the AKM is that gun. Much like the Barrel M762, the Vector, those kind of weapons, you can, I mean, that's exact, did you see that headshot? That just cleared that poor grub. That's exactly where the AKM does its best work. And two into the chest and one into the head is a recipe for a dirt nap for just about anyone. I mean, unless they're wearing level 3 gear, they are going back to the lobby with those kind of numbers. And it gives you a great confidence to be able to just rush up with this gun and clear targets. I had a massive game at Paradise Resort, and I'm going to do a video on that actually, and I cleared 17. Now, I think maybe there was 3 or 4 of those guys were bots, but this isn't that game, by the way. But I started thinking there's something going on here that I'm not getting. Something is really going on here with the AKM that I'm not getting. And it inspired me to check my numbers again. And lo and behold, there was a big flaw in the project that I used to check my numbers originally, where the time code was in hours, minutes, seconds, and frames, not hours, minutes, seconds, and hundredths of a second. So I've updated and adjusted everything for that. So go check that. If you want another knowledge blast, it's all in there. Now, of course, if you can't find a compensator, then run whatever you've got on the end of your gun. I mean, an AKM with a suppressor is better than an AKM without anything on there at all, which is fine. And the real key component here for me is in the way you handle the weapon. You want to make sure that you are squeezing off bursts. Doing it like this may work every once in a while. But I'll tell you what, if you rely on that in tight spots, where you're just holding down the gun on an AKM, yeah, you're going to get screwed. It works better when they're closer, and that's why it works well in close quarters combat, because sometimes, even when you've got a ridiculously high amount of recoil, and a gun that has the variance of a bull rhinoceros on the charge, if they're close enough, then the gun will stay and sit on top of them. If they're far enough away, that just won't be the case. It's also fantastic if you need to clutch stuff out. I mean, if you don't have a Graza or a Mark 14 or something equally ridiculous like that in your back pocket, the AKM gives you that beautiful chance in the middle of a firefight to just get that one clip into them, that one little edge that actually knocks them down and keeps them knocked out. Because when you're in firefights like this, people are on the heel, they're 2/3 hurt, they don't have meds, they don't have resources, and that's when a big headshot or a couple of big body blows give you that puncher's chance to walk away a champion. Even if you're on the NA server and you've got 2 million ping, like I do. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. I certainly didn't enjoy making it. I'm joking. I loved running around with this gun. It reaffirmed my my belief that there is a lot more subtlety to PUBG Mobile than first meets the eye. And you're going to see just the wildest little brawl here. Look at this guy go past the window. Knock him. No problems. Absolutely fine. Jeremy's down there doing his best. We're being pushed on by squad after squad. It's just a never-ending nightmare. Down we go. There's got to be people around. Spraying, praying. Oh, upstairs. AKM doing AKM things. Good, 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 good. Getting Jeremy up. Here's someone else come in. The door's open downstairs. Time to go mano a mano. You don't have a full hit point pool. Ah! Spray! Spray! AKM things! How many hit points do I have left? I don't think I've got any. I don't have any hit points left. I have no hit points, sir. I think I'm hacking. Thank you very much, everyone, for watching that one. Please go and join the Discord server. Please subscribe to the channel. Please like the videos. Be nice to your mother. Eat your veggies. Take the dog for a walk. And as always, stay safe on the battlefield. And I am so sorry for being wrong about some of the time to kill numbers. I feel sick. Blech.